Well, it has been a moment, hasn't it? Hey everybody, I'm Dandy Dave, and welcome to Pokemon Fire Red. I have really been meaning to come back and do something new, and it felt like Pokemon was probably going to be a safe bet. Everybody loves Pokemon, don't they? But yeah, I mean, I really don't have a whole lot to say other than I'm sorry it's been so long, and let's get into it. Various buttons will be explained in the order of importance. Yep, that doesn't matter too much, considering the way that I'm going to be doing this. In the world which you are about to enter, you will embark on a grand adventure with you as the hero. Speak to people and check things wherever you go, be it towns, roads, or caves. Gather information and hints from every source. New paths will open to you by helping the people in need, overcoming challenges, and solving mysteries. At times, you will be challenged by others and attacked by wild creatures. Be brave and keep pushing on. Through your adventure, we hope that you will interact with all sorts of people and achieve personal growth. That is our biggest objective. Press the A button and let your adventure begin. Hello there. Glad to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for battling. As for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. But first, tell me a little about yourself. Now tell me, are you a boy or a girl? I am a boy. Let's begin with your name. What is it? I feel like my name's a little easy to remember. Evidently, my controller is not letting me move up. Is that normal? Dave. Right, so your name is Dave? Boring, but yes. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you both were babies. What was his name now? That is a good question. You know what? Gary. Was it Gary? Yes, Gary Oak. I feel like Gary Oak is a very unforgettable name, we'll say. That's right, I remember now. His name is Gary. Dave! Your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go. Yep, and here we are. That was pretty quick, wasn't it? Now, I didn't delve too much into the details because the intro kind of came and went a little fast. But yes, welcome to Pokemon Fire Red. Like I said, I really needed to find something new to do, and I really like Pokemon. I can't think of anybody who doesn't, really. But with that in mind, this won't be just normal Pokemon. Yes, I know. Everybody knows the rules of the infamous Nuzlocke. We will be doing one today. The rules are as follows. First and foremost, we are going to be catching only one Pokemon per route. It's going to be the first one that we encounter on every route that we encounter. Next, we are going to be naming each Pokemon that we get. It's going to help us get a little bit more personal with them. And maybe we'll make some pretty good and long-lasting friends along the way. Third, if a Pokemon is to faint in battle, outside of battle, or any other way, that Pokemon will be considered deceased, and we will not be able to use them going forward. They will be released. So, you know, all the basic stuff, the stuff that you would typically expect to see in a Nuzlocke. That being said, I am not all that creative when it comes to names. I'm hoping maybe a few of you have probably sorted that out by now, but I will name a few, at least for now. If by chance you do happen to find this video, happen to like it, and happen to leave a comment, I would like to use some of your suggestions as names. You can pick out a certain Pokemon that you think we will encounter along the way and give a specific name for that species. You could even just throw in a name you like or some weird meme or something, and I'd be more than happy to take that into consideration as well. I want this series to be personal, not just for myself and the Pokemon that I encounter, but for us as well. Who knows? Maybe there's other surprises along the way. That being said, I think that covers just about everything. Minus one thing. Yes, in the PC we have one potion. It's not a lot, but it's early on and this is supposed to be a challenge, so I'm gonna take everything I can get. Makes sense, right? Right. All boys leave home someday. It said so on TV. Oh yes, Professor Oak, next door. He was looking for you. Thank you, Mom. Don't mind if I do. Welcome to Pallet Town, the town with 3 buildings and a staggering number of people to live in 3 buildings. Hello there. Technology is incredible. You can now store and recall items and Pokemon as data via PC. That really is incredible. I don't think we even have that in the modern age. Hello, Gary. What? It's only Dave? Gramps isn't around. Okay. Thanks, Gary. Yeah, it doesn't look like the professor's home. Let's see. Went this way, I'm sure. Hey, wait, don't go out. It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Gary? Let me think. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Dave. There are 3 Pokemon here. Ha! The Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. But now in my old age, I have only these 3 left. You can have one. Go on, choose. Hey Gramps, no fair. What about me? Be patient, Gary. You can have one too. Alright. I'm gonna check something real quick. What is it? It's this top number? Wait. 63248. Okay. If I recall correctly, the rule for the starting Pokemon, because it is supposed to be, well, random, right? Is that depending on the last number of your ID number, that will determine which Pokemon you end up with. But I don't remember what the rule is, so give me 1 second. Alright, so here's what I found. If the last number on your trainer ID card is 1 through 3, you get the grass type. If it's 4 through 6, you get the fire type. If it's 7 through 8, you get the water type. If it's a 0, you get to pick. You know, you don't really have to follow by the rules if you happen to be that lucky. But water type, huh? I believe that's Squirtle. It's one worth raising. So Dave, you've decided on the water Pokemon Squirtle. Decided is a strong word, but yes. This Pokemon is really quite energetic. Dave received the Squirtle from Professor Oak. You want to give it a nickname? I do. I do want to give it a nickname. Okay. Well, shit, what do you name a turtle? Everyone, I would like to introduce you to Shloop. I'll take this one then. Gary received the Bulbasaur. I don't think it is, I don't think it necessarily needs to be explained, considering how often the Pokemon formula has been recycled. But especially early generations, we'll say Gen 1 in this case, Gary will always pick the Pokemon that is going to be stronger type-wise to you. Are we surprised? No, not really. But what is surprising? He's going to want to check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. And naturally, by check out, he means violence. This is our first battle. Rival Gary would like to battle. Rival Gary sent out Bulbasaur. Go Shloop! Oh, for Pete's sake, so pushy as always. Dave, you've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? A Pokemon battle is when trainers pit their Pokemon against each other. The trainer that makes the Pokemon faint by lowering their HP to 0 wins. But rather than talking about it, you'll learn more from experience. Try battling and see for yourself. Tackle and Tail Whip. If I'm not mistaken, Tail Whip is going to lower the defense of the opposing Pokemon, whereas Tackle tackles. It does damage. Not a lot of damage, but it does it. Inflicting damage on the foe is the key to any battle. Bulbasaur also used Tackle. Jeepers! Ain't that something? Tail Whip. Yes, defense fell. Lowering the foe's stats will put you in an advantage. Yes, as I'm sure you can see here now, we've lowered the defense, which means that Tackle is going to do a little bit more damage than it did before. And of course, we're going to want to rinse and repeat until we've bodied the frog into the dirt. Shloop gained 67 experience points. Don't say it. Don't think it, don't say it. Shloop grew to level 6. And we've defeated Rival Gary. What? Unbelievable. I picked the wrong Pokemon. Got $80. Excellent. If you win, you earn prize money and your Pokemon will grow. Battle other trainers and make your Pokemon strong. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon battle to toughen it up. Dave, Gramps, smell you later. Oh, what a dick. We love Gary, though. Anyway, now that we have a Pokemon... Is he in decent condition? Did we heal after that? We did. Okay. Now that we have a Pokemon, we are able to enter the tall grass. We weren't able to before. We weren't going to be able to defend ourselves from these things that will, naturally, pop out of them. Hi, I work at a Pokemart. It's a part of a convenient chain selling all sorts of items. Please visit us in Viridian City. I know, I will give you a sample. Here you go. Obtained the potion. Very, very helpful. Love free samples.
Hey, listen!
A Rattata. Yes. Unfortunately, a 10-year-old is rather, is not terribly well defended against a rat without a turtle present. And yes, no problem at all. Excuse me? Okay. No. We can't be having this happen like first episode. Come on. Schloop grew to level 7. And learned Bubble. Now, as I was about to say before I got jumped by the bird, we are gonna head north this way. We don't exactly know why, other than it is a direction that we haven't gone yet. Not a whole lot we can do in Pallet Town right now. But, being that we leveled up to level 7, Schloop learned a new move. Bubble. Bubble is a water type move, which, naturally, matches with the water typing of Schloop himself. Schloop is going to deal a little bit more damage using Bubble. This is not just because Bubble is going to be a, well, I guess I thought it was going to be a little bit stronger than Tackle, but it's going to have something called a same type attack bonus, or a stab effect. It's going to do a little bit more damage the more it matches with the typing of the Pokemon that's using it. Naturally, water is going to be better with water-type Pokemon, and, well, normal isn't going to do as much as a stab move, being that we are not a normal-type Pokemon. Ooh, are we gonna make that? Probably not. We're just gonna heal up just in case. No, we made it anyway. I shouldn't have been too paranoid. Viridian City. One of the first major locations here. You want to know about the 2 kinds of caterpillar Pokemon? Sure. Caterpie has no poison, but Weedle does. Watch to let your Pokemon aren't stabbed by Weedle's poison sting. Maybe we'll keep that in mind. The Pokemart. This is what that one gentleman who gave us the free sample was referring to. Hey, you came from Pallet Town. You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Can I get you to take it to him? Received Oak's parcel. Okay, thanks. Please say hi to Professor Oak too for me. I suppose we have our first objective. Isn't that nice? Something to do so we're not wandering around being bored in random directions. In a similarly styled building, Pokecenters are healing centers. You can hand over your Pokemon and it's going to restore all of everything that could have happened to your Pokemon. This is going to be the... Hope to see you again. Yes, this is going to take care of status conditions. This is going to fill you back up to full health, full PP, Poke Points, and just about anything else that could possibly happen. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I'm sure we'll address it when we get there. I suppose we'll just take the long way back to Pallet Town. Gosh, we are moving slow. Ah, the last one? Fine. We'll squash the rat. Okay. Back at Pallet Town. Let's go find Professor Oak. Good day, old man. Oh, Dave, how is my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to be growing more attached to you. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What's that? You have something for me? Dave delivered the parcel. Oh, it's the custom Pokeball. I had it on order, thank you. Gramps. I almost forgot. What did you call me for? Oh, right. I have a request for you two. On the desk there is my invention, the Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Dave and Gary, take these with you. Got the Pokédex. You can't get detailed data on Pokemon just by seeing them. You must catch them in order to obtain complete data. So, here are some tools for catching wild Pokemon. Dave received 5 Pokeballs. Dave put the Pokeballs in a Pokeball pocket. When a wild Pokemon appears, it's fair game. Throw a Pokeball at it and try to catch it. This won't always work, however. A healthy Pokemon can escape. You have to be lucky. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world, that was my dream. But I'm too old. I can't get the job done. So, I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it all to me. Dave, I hate to say it, but you won't be necessary for this. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Dave. Ha ha ha. Don't bother coming around to my place after this. I'm gonna go visit his place after this. You must be Gary's sister. Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Gee, that's lazy of him. Here, this'll help you. Dave received a town map. Put it in the key items pocket. Interestingly enough, doesn't only cover the town, but also the entire goddamn country. There's a few different places that we can visit, of course. But it looks like we've only really got one direction to go. I don't think that we're going to be treading water right now. So, Radiant City it is. Another important facet is, of course, catching Pokemon. We now have Pokeballs. These are what we're going to be using to flesh out our team a little bit more. It's not just going to be Schloop on our team anymore. Now, as I'm sure you're wondering, Dave, didn't you already encounter a Pokemon in the tall grass? Didn't you beat it up with your turtle who shot water at it? You're right. We did do that. Before we got the Pokeballs. So, I don't think that counts personally. That was not an encounter that we could have done anything with. Does that make sense? Right? I feel like it's one thing if we encounter a Pokemon and we defeat it, or if it happens to flee or run away. We didn't really have a choice but to defeat the Pokemon that we encountered before we delivered the parcel. So, I feel that whoever we encounter here now is going to be our next team member. Step right up. Anybody who's interested. Come on. It's a Pidgey! We're going to beat up this Pidgey until it becomes our friend. Okay. I think that's enough. And just like that, Pidgey was caught. Pidgey is our first Pokemon encounter outside of Professor Oak's lab, the tiny bird Pokemon. Does not like to fight. It hides in tall grass and so on, foraging for food such as small bugs. Will you give it a nickname? Of course we will. Moose! Moose the Pidgey it shall be. Now, if we were to get confused, it'll tell us under the trainer memo that we met it in Route 1. This is our Route 1 encounter. We cannot get another one. That's the rules. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. So, should we encounter somebody else here, sorry, but we kinda gotta wipe you out. Alright. Now that we've healed up, I think I'm gonna spend a little bit of time getting Moose up to a reasonable level. Something on par with where my Schloop is currently. He's level 7, so, you know, he's fallen behind a little bit, and this isn't modern Pokemon, so he's not going to gain experience the same time Schloop does. Yeah, so we got to do this the hard way. Beautiful! Moose has leveled up to level 7. Oh my goodness, that took a little bit of time, but look at those stats. Much better. Our team is starting to flesh out a little bit. You know, we've got 2 folks now as opposed to 1. And 2 is a bigger number than 1. Alright. Now that I feel like we can defend ourselves a little bit more in this big city, we're gonna visit the Pokemart again. Because we used one of our potions. I think we need to do a little shopping. Potions. Very necessary. We're gonna get, like, 4 of those. Bring us up to 5. Pokeballs. Still rather necessary. We're gonna grab 4 of those. Potions, antidotes, paralyze heals. These are all very handy. Antidotes especially, considering something that may be coming up in the near future. These are going to cure poisonings, whereas the paralyze heals are going to, guess what, cure paralysis. These are status effects, and luckily for us, we really haven't had to encounter any of them just yet. So, with our $180 that we have left, I think we're rather stocked up. Let's head out. Now, if I recall correctly, we were told in the beginning to just talk to a few people. Yep, like that guy, who lets us know that it's good to carry Pokemon with us. Sometimes when we've run into, well, trainers, NPCs, things like that, they'll give us good information and sometimes even items. Be sure to read what's on the blackboard carefully. Blackboard contains a list of Pokemon status problems. Funny, we were just talking about that. A Pokemon can't attack if it's asleep. Pokemon will stay asleep even after battles. Use Awakening to awaken one from sleep. Yes, poison. That is going to deal damage over time, not just in battle, but also out of battle. If we do not cure the Pokemon that is poisoned, wandering around is going to deal a little bit of damage. I don't know. I don't remember immediately if they can faint outside of battle. It might just leave them with 1 HP. A similar status effect is burn. Once your Pokemon is burned, it will take damage over time. Paralysis. That is going to leave a Pokemon a small chance to be paralyzed each turn. That it's not cured anyway. While it is paralyzed, it will essentially act as a turn skip. We won't, perform the action that we select. Same with Frozen. Frozen's going to act similarly to Sleep in the way that we, well, kind of are guaranteed not to move. And naturally, each of these things comes with their own potion or remedy that you can get from the Pokemart itself. Radiant City, the eternally green paradise. That's nice. Sounds pretty. Hello there! My daddy loves Pokemon too. What, like this guy? Speary? That's a cute name. Coming up with nicknames is fun, but it's not easy to do. Oh, tell me about it. Clever names are nice, but simple names are easy to remember. What, like Moose? And Schloop? How do you feel about those? I mean, you've got Speary the Spearow, so I can imagine that you'd be fond of my name suggestions too. Well, now that I've had my coffee, and that's what I needed to get going. What's that red box you have? So you're working on your Pokedex. Let me give you a word of advice. Whenever you catch a Pokemon, the Pokedex automatically updates its data. You don't know how to catch a Pokemon? No, old man, I didn't say that. Suppose I better show you then. Sure. Fine. Let's watch the tutorial. You can't even find a level 5 Weedle in Viridian Town. Like, that's not a thing you can do yet. There. Now tell me, that was educational, was it not? Well, no. Here, take this too. Got Latichi TV. Dave put Latichi TV in the key item's pocket. If there's something you don't understand, watch that. It'll teach you about the basics of being a Pokemon trainer. Oh, what? So we just stuck a TV in our pocket? That's... Yeah, no, like a whole ass TV in our pocket. How to battle, status problems, type matchups, want to catch Pokemon. Interesting. Think I'm all set though. Believe me, I've kind of been there, done that already. Hello there. This Pokemon gym is always closed. I wonder who the leader is. Viridian City Pokemon Gym. Perhaps we'll have to come back later. Now, we could go north, but I do believe there is a route this way, yes? Route 22. I am getting a rather deadly aura coming from up top there. I don't think we'll continue too far just yet, but I will see what we encounter here. Spearow! Another bird. Cool. I suppose we'll catch you, being that... Well, wasn't this a fun endeavor? I guess we're done here for the time being. We'll come back when I give a shit. Route 2. Boy oh boy. Who will we encounter here? I hope it's somebody that won't die in one hit. Pidgey. Okay. So here's another clause that we have. If we already have a Pokemon that, you know, we've already encountered as our first encounter, we don't have to catch it. We can re-roll, essentially. So we're gonna get rid of this guy. And try again. Rattata. Joy. Finally, it only took 3 encounters, but we found something. We caught Rattata. Rattata, the mouse Pokemon. Its fangs are long and very sharp. They grow continuously, so it gnaws on hard things to whittle them down. Would you like to give it a nickname? Of course I would. Dale. Dale is the name of our Rattata. We're gonna go heal him up. And... well, heal up the rest of our team. Because for whatever reason, that was much more difficult than it was supposed to be. We hope to see you again. I'll bet you do. While we have a moment, I want to familiarize ourselves with, well, the team. Schloop is naughty. Okay, that is... You know, I didn't read that initially. I would not have foresaw this tiny turtle to be naughty. I suppose. You know, I think we can work with that. You know, hopefully he doesn't do anything, like, vicious, right? I mean, he's cute. What? How bad could it be? Moose is rash.
Hey!
Yeah, I could see that, considering how he took out that damn sparrow. And Dale is quiet.
Hey!
You know, considering our rash and naughty Pokemon, we do need somebody who's a little bit more chill on our team. I think I can vibe with Dale. But, for the time being, I think that does it. Thank you very much for tuning in to the first episode. And, as I said before, feel free to comment below if you have any names or anything that you'd like. I suppose that covers it all. So, for the time being, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it every time. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.